Why does it matter to start your life off right and not go down the wrong path? Well, many cocky, arrogant people like to argue in their 20s, usually living a life of sin. What difference does it make? I mean, sleeping around, I don't get any diseases, I'm clean. It's not about that. It's about your spirit. You don't see the problem because you're wicked still. You have no consciousness of righteousness. And I know you think you do because you're human and you think you know what's right, but not really. From a human standpoint, yeah, which is very animalistic and, selfish and focused on the flesh. But if you've actually gave your life to the Lord, if you actually are blessed enough to perform a true and genuine teshuvah, be forgiven for your sin and given a new beginning, a new life, you're going to suffer tremendously. Because all of these things that you've done, allegedly, that were so harmless, are all embedded in your spirit. And when you come to the Lord, you don't really get a new mind. It's the daily renewal of the mind, yes, just like taking a shower, but it's still the same filthy body. See, everything that we see, we hear, we experience, we do, all gets written down in our spirit memory. And when you actually give your life to the Lord, all of a sudden, all of that sin comes to the surface and torments you because the memory of it, you see images, you remember people, you go to sleep and you dream about experiences. And it might not seem bad to you now because you're not there yet, but when you get there, you'll realize just how awful it is and how you wish you wouldn't have gone down that path. And to help you understand this metaphor better, well, I'll give you a metaphor. It's like a man who's strung out on drugs and takes a chainsaw and cuts his leg off. He's so strung out on drugs, he has no measure of pain. He's just sitting there laughing like a crazy man. Look, I saw my own leg off. Everybody around him that has their mind about look at him with terror. But he's laughing and giggling and having the time of his life because he's so strung out on drugs, he has no pain. But guess what? As soon as he sobers up, he's gonna suffer tremendously. Will he not? He's gonna come to his senses and realize not only he has no leg, the pain will be so severe and the bleeding and the loss, it's just gonna be so horrible. And how he's gonna wish he hasn't done what he did. But not when he's still high on drugs. So it's kind of like that. See, you're born in sin, you're high on sin, you indulge yourself in the libations of the flesh, all of these immoral things. But when you come to the Lord, you sober up. You sober up your mind. You start seeing clearly. The Lord gives you His measure of righteousness. And now you can see all these wicked things that you've done. And it is so tormenting to the soul. Especially when we sleep. Because when we sleep, our mind drifts and we're no longer bound to this specific point in time. Now it's all of you at once. Every second of your existence that ever was, is, and, well, I don't really know about the future, but it's possible too. How many of you had dreams that then came to pass? My dream came to pass. Well, yeah, because you dreamt about your future. But don't get carried away with that, because the devil plants a lot of deception in your dream to make you think something is going to happen in the future that doesn't. And that's another story. So don't believe what you dream about, particularly future-wise, because that's a known technique of the enemy that was spoken about in the prophets. Anyone that comes up and say, I had a dream, this and this will happen. No, it's not. God can give you a dream and it will happen, like Joseph, but for the most part, it's the devil. But the point I was making is that when we sleep, our mind drifts outside of now, and all of a sudden you can dream about things that happened 30 years ago and people that you haven't seen but once in your life, but they're all still in your memory. And if you've done things you shouldn't, they're all there and they're going to come up and torment you, because now you have a consciousness of sin and righteousness, and you will repeat these things in your dream, because in your dream you go back to being that person. All of a sudden you see people from high school and you are that same person you were in your high school, and you're doing things, and then you wake up and go, what was I doing? Why was I doing that? And it's so horrible to experience. And you're going to experience that for the rest of your life, because, well, guess what? God is righteous. Should you not suffer the consequences of your actions? Did you not do that? Sure, He has grace and sure, He has mercy. He's not going to kill you for it, but He's going to allow you to suffer. It's only right, otherwise why would anyone not sin? If you can sin all you want and then just repent and everything's done, well, then why repent now? Why don't I repent 30 years from now on my deathbed? Because there are consequences and everything matters. And I do mean everything. Yeshua said, don't you know you will give an account for every useless word that you speak? Which is why the Lord teaches us to raise up your children in the Lord from the moment they are born, so that they do not have to experience all of these wicked things of this world and then suffer for the rest of their lives. Because the goal for all of us is to eventually receive the Spirit of God. And He said, I will pour my Spirit on all flesh. Everyone will know me, from the least to the greatest. And then, well, you're going to suffer the consequences of your sin. And for many of you, it's too late. You're 30, you're 40, you're 50. You've just given your life to the Lord, or you're contemplating giving your life to the Lord. Maybe this is the first time you even hear about the Lord. So I would encourage you, stop today. Don't take another day of sin. Why? If you have a leak and you're losing your precious bodily fluids, why wait? Stop it now. Put a plug in it and don't lose another drop of life. Cut out that toxin. Cut out that poison. Take it out of your life. Don't go down that path. If you've already down, well, get up. If you haven't gone down, don't go there. There are so simple moral laws mentioned by the Lord. It's not hard to do. It's just the willingness to do, because we are born adversaries of God. We're born fleshy more than spiritual, and we want what the flesh wants, which leads to death. Gluttony, greed, sexual immorality, the pleasing of our senses, indulging in all kind of stuff. It's not good. So take it to heart. And remember, there are consequences for every action.